I think it's quite interesting. You just asked a show of hands who would be up for doing more adventurous remuneration schemes. If you'd asked that at the beginning, it'd been interesting how many people put their hands up. Because we've felt as we've gone along, as we've started discussing this, is actually the industry tends to be reasonably conservative. Yeah, and I think what we are trying to do as the IPA is really just really try and create the climate to nudge us all in steps, to take that courage, to act as if you're not on your own, there are other people doing it, to try things, to experiment. And I think that's what I'm really pleased about today, is that you got that sort of reaction, is that most people said, right, I'm up for this. And it might be from one extreme, you might get the AKQA, let's throw it all up in the air, yeah? And completely sack all our clients and completely change our business model. Wow. I was just enthralled by that. Yeah, ballsy. But, and I'd love to see exactly whether it's worked or not. Yeah, but it sort of felt like it was working. To the just small experiments, trying things at 5%, 10%. So I think that's what I was trying to get from today, is a sort of general discussion and feeling and move it on. And rather than just talk theory, because we've heard a lot of it before, is getting into real practice. And that's what, I don't know whether you felt the mood in the room changed from the first session, yeah, where there was a sort of, slightly anti-procurement feeling. There was sort of slightly sort of judgmental, can we really try things? I don't know, isn't talked about it. To the second session where we actually had people saying, right, we're doing it, we're trying it, you felt like, I might go with it, right? So that's what I felt the nature of the room. And I think some of the things that one of the key things I remember, and I think you've mentioned it, was the Tim Williams video. That bit about if you were going to ask your financial advisor about my personal investments, you would have a balanced portfolio from low risk, low reward to high risk, high reward. And that's what I think we're trying to do. And whether it's 70, 20, 10, whether that's the right ratio, I don't know. But I just feel that it's somewhere towards that. And I'm getting a good feeling around the room about that. And I think the other thing is really engaging your senior management. So you as mainly finance directors, but a number of general, is really talking to your agency, or you as a client talking to your client about this whole area, and really getting engagement in from the senior management. And when we go into these sorts of discussions, I think this triumvirate of marketing director, procurement, senior advertising personnel management, getting that triumvirate together to really talk and to see some of the things that others are doing and to have that willingness, that courage to trial, I think that's what it's all about. And that's what I'm trying to get from today. So really, the IPA can do a certain number of things. I'd say trying to prepare the climate, trying to nudge us, trying to speed up change. And that's why we're working with ISBA. So that joint charter, if you want to look at that and feedback, do you think that's a good start? From today, what would we take away? What would we add to that? And whether we come up as an industry and that becomes the sort of, that is what is seen to be good practice, that we can all utilise in our own relationships with our own clients to refer to, that is something we could do. So again, up to you to actually feedback on that. And then the other thing I'm implore you to do is feedback, pass this around, tweet, blog, just get more information out there, feed people, direct them to the IPA, the hub, because all of this has been filmed. So the film of Tim Williams, all of us today, people can watch, they can look at, they get inspired by. And the third thing is what's up to you is to experiment. Can't be the IPA forcing anyone. It's go and give it a go. Give it a go and find out what works and what doesn't. And it's for you to really take what you want from this day and to take that into your own businesses. So that's really what I'd implore you to do, because I think good things can be contagious. Yeah, and it's going to sort of, the more we see it out there, the more it becomes norm. And also, the more we see bad practice, actually, and we slightly squash, the better for us all. So that's what I've been trying to do, is move it out in these one-to-ones to more of an industry-wide thing. And it is a juicy area, money, and it's the most engaged. I said I was looking forward to this the most, and I'm really pleased with, you know, you've really got your, you know, sleeves rolled up, and I can really see positive movement. So I thank all of you for genuinely getting involved, and I'm thanking you for today and what you're going to do. And I thank a load of other people. Evan, who brilliantly orchestrates us, I have to say, and you bring not only sort of roughly getting us on time, even though I'm barfing on at the end, but you give perspective, which is really important from outside the industry. That is fabulous. And I'd like to specifically thank all the speakers. There's a lot of effort that's gone into today. There's some really top quality speakers, panelists and workshop hosts who've, you know, put their neck on the line and gone out and really sort of pushed things forward. So I really thank all of those speakers and contributors. And then last but not least, the various sponsors, so Red Hat, Kingston Smith, Marketing, who are covering a lot of this, not only in their magazine, but on their hub. And definitely not last but not least, the IPA team. A lot of work. I always use the phrase, they're a great ad for our industry, and they are. There's an amazing amount of work they do. So I think a massive round of applause to the IPA team. That leaves me to say, I think the drinks are on me, stroke the IPA at the back. Thank you all, and look forward to taking it forward together. Thank you very much.